Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our career development series on how we can strategically position ourselves for better opportunities in 2025. And today we're going to be taking it up higher because we're going to be talking about careers in tech. So a lot of people have different questions about, the specific type of careers that they should, take in tech so that they can earn remotely in dollars. So this session is going to focus majorly on cybersecurity as a pathway to start a career in tech. So we're going to take it from the beginning and run you through the options and how you can become a certified professional, and also the job portals where you can eventually look for jobs once you are trained and certified. So to help us, do justice to this topic, I had to call on someone I know that is an expert in the area and has trained for years in this. So his name is Victor Asumi. So he is a cybersecurity analyst and he has, experience in cybersecurity. So he's going to run us through the process on how someone can, start up a tech career in cybersecurity, all the things that you need to know on what to do, platforms, certification necessary. And at the end, I'll also add, some nuggets on, what you can do as professionals to stand out and land your job. You get. So without further delay, Victor, welcome to our career development series. You have the floor. Thank you.
Hi, please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. All right, thank you very much. I'm excited to be here, and thanks for the opportunity. Just by the way, I have a co-host here with me, so in case you see certain disruptions, just just bear with me and
I
forgive me.
understand.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so thank you once again, Segun, for this platform, for the opportunity. Thanks for calling on me, and I'm happy to be here. And hi to everyone who has also taken time to join us. Okay, do I go ahead?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Yes, and share your screen.
All
Thank
right, great. So I'm going to share my screen a bit. Okay,
you.
please
Great.
confirm
Yes,
you
I
can
can see
see.
your screen. Yes, I can. Clear. Yes.
All right, great. So once again, thank you guys for joining in. My name is Victor Asami. I'm a certified Identity and Access Manager, and I'm also a member of the British Computer Society. And today I'll be talking about starting a career in tech, and getting paid in dollars and pounds, whatever currency of your choice, uh, while enjoying the benefits of working remotely. And today I'm not going to ramble around all of the different areas, right? Because there's a lot of it. Today
Okay,
we will be
Victor,
focusing.
sorry to cut you, but your volume is a bit low. I don't know if you can maybe increase it. Can't really hear you.
Um,
Or you speak maybe into
maybe I
the mic.
just maybe I need to scream a little bit.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
about
but yeah.
now?
Yeah, it's better.
Because I don't want the background noise to interfere, so I'm on my hands free.
Okay,
Okay, I'll try to project a little bit more.
okay, thanks. All right.
So, like I said, I won't be able to dabble into all the different aspects of tech. So today I will be focusing on cybersecurity because that's where I have the most knowledge and also the most experience. So, if that's okay, I'll move to my next slide. So, a brief introduction. So here I say cheese just to make us smile a little bit because your best makeup is a smile on your face. So everyone say cheese. Welcome
Yes.
once again, and a brief introduction about myself. I started off in tech professionally in 2017. Uh, although in 2014 I dabbled into building databases for my customers at that time, but it was a little bit on it was on a down low. It wasn't something serious. It wasn't something I was sure I wanted to do until 2017 when I took it seriously and I started learning how to program, started learning how to build websites, started learning also things and also a little bit of cybersecurity. Fast forward to now, I'm currently a business security specialist, and that's just because I use my business analysis skills to sort out cybersecurity challenges, provide cybersecurity solutions. So today, why are we talking about cybersecurity? We're talking about cybersecurity because it is cheaper for you to secure your assets than to wait for it to get stolen, and then you have to go to the police station, write a police report, or call up your insurance company, start explaining to them how you were so careless to get robbed, or what you didn't do wrong, what was your fault, and you know how insurance companies might be. So it's important that we uh, um, deal in cybersecurity so as to pay less, because prevention, they say, is better than cure. So we would rather secure or prevent theft than to go through all of the rigmarole of trying to regain access to your property, or trying to involve the police, or try to replace the stolen item. So that's why cybersecurity is important. And last on this slide is the overview of remote opportunities in cybersecurity. And just so I'm not rambling all over the place, the next slide sort of gives us the perspective into the overview of remote cybersecurity opportunities. Now, I did a quick search on LinkedIn, and I started here. I started here typing remote security jobs with a location United Kingdom, and then I searched for it, and it came up with 690 results, as you can see here. So that tells you how much opportunities abound within, remotely, as a matter of fact, within the cybersecurity space. And you can do the same thing right now. You can go on your LinkedIn. I'm assuming that everybody here is on LinkedIn. Go on your LinkedIn, type in remote cybersecurity jobs, put the location of your choice. You can try different locations. Click on search, and then you see all of the amazing job opportunities that are available remotely. I will be talking more about this slide because I've got some red borders all around this. So I will be talking more about it in the next couple of minutes. So, how do you understand, or how do you understand cybersecurity as a career? First of all, just for the sake of me not assuming that everybody understands or knows what cybersecurity is about. And again, I apologize if this session sounds very cybersecurity, because that is the focus, and that's where I am experienced in. I can talk about it from now to tomorrow. So I hope that that will not be taken against me. Okay, so just in an attempt to briefly define cybersecurity, it's the security of cyber assets or security of cyber property. That's basically what it is. And for those of you who might have heard of information security is the big umbrella, and it houses cybersecurity, which is the security of the cyberspace, plus physical security. So information security is a combination of cybersecurity and physical security. But in this case, we're going to drill down a little bit into what cybersecurity is, and is you securing your cyber assets, securing the cyberspace. That's the layman definition I can give. Very, very simple definition. And then you might wonder, what are the different cybersecurity domains? Now, there's quite a lot of them. I did a Google search, and I think 20, I got about 20 different domains. But I will be focusing on the key domains. And the first one is identity and access management. This is just the part of cybersecurity that focuses on giving the right person the right access to the right resource at the right time for the right reason. That's basically what this is about. So if somebody has access, if you give someone the key to your house, Identity and access management means that the key is the right key, and it was given by you, the right owner of the property, and you gave it to the right person that you want them to access it, and you only want them to access certain parts of your house, and you want them to access it for a certain period of time. And you've granted them that access because they said they just wanted to look around. That's all. So ensuring that that's the case, that's the whole concept of identity and access. And then there is threat intelligence, which is just identifying threats, mitigating threats, and solving whatever threat-related problems. And that's the domain where you have the penetration tester and ethical hackers and all of that. And then there's security, network security, there's incident response, there's cloud security, there's security operations, there's GRC. GRC means governance, risks, and compliance. And then this is the newest kid on the block, AI security. As we all know, AI is day by day being intertwined into every aspect of our lives. Yeah, it's helpful on a lot of levels. And I'm going to be surprised if participants on this webinar haven't experienced AI in any form. I will be surprised. So I'm assuming that all of us have experienced AI. We understand it, even though it might be in the most basic form, but there are certain risks associated with AI, and we need cybersecurity professionals to sort out that part of it. So AI security is another booming domain of cybersecurity. So you might be wondering, why is cybersecurity in such a high demand? Well, cybersecurity is in such a high demand because cyber attacks it increases every day. If you look at the statistics I have on the screen, it says that in 2021 there was a cyber attack every 11 seconds. In 2031, there will be a cyber attack every 2 seconds. Now, this might sound impossible, but it is possible. And just to give you a little bit of background, so uh, I'm currently pursuing my master's degree in cybersecurity right now with the London Business School of Finance and of Banking and Finance. And my focus is on IAM and post-quantum computing. Now, post-quantum computing is just a fancy way of describing supercomputers that can crack passwords fast. So, in the next couple of years, we will cyber attacks or cyber attackers will be using supercomputers to crack your password, to steal your identity, to steal your money, to steal your credentials and whatnot. So it's not cyber attackers are not slowing down. And if they are not slowing down, it means that companies, organizations, they will continuously need cybersecurity professionals to help them fight these attackers, to help keep their assets safe. So for those of you that haven't really heard about cybersecurity, for those who don't understand, uh, maybe you've heard about it, but you really have no idea well how to get into it. This slide is for you. And I've titled this slide Steps to Break into Cybersecurity. Now, I know that a lot of you, what's at the back of your mind is to get remote job and start earning in dollars. I know that's what's on your mind. That's Segun's title. And and it's very catchy and whatnot. And we will get there. But I'm not one of those people that will tell you if you do this and do this and do that, uh, cybersecurity remote job will fall on your lap. No, it doesn't happen that way. But what I can tell you is if you put in the work, what I can assure you is if you take certain steps, then you're going to have a higher probability of succeeding, a higher probability of landing that remote job, and not just landing a remote job that's going to pay you in hard currency. So, what exactly am I talking about? the first step is to learn the basics. And to be fair, there's lots of information out there on the internet, on social media, lots of information about break into cybersecurity. A lot of people that they've actually built their brand around helping people break into cybersecurity. So there's a lot of things that there's a lot of information out there. But first thing that I would is to learn the basics. Okay, so what does it mean to learn the basics? For example, first understanding what cybersecurity is all about. Do your research and then focus a little bit more on the domains and then see what part of the domain resonates with you. When you're able to identify that, then you can start by creating a learning path for yourself. You can ask someone like me. You can Google it. You can ask ChatGPT to tell you what the basics are. For example, you first of all need to understand network security. That's the first thing you need to understand. But this is not the platform to deep dive into what it means to learn the basics or what the basics are. I've just given an example to start from network security, and a very good resource for that is to join the IBM learning pathway, and there's also Cisco networking learning pathway. Those are two very, very resourceful opportunities that you can take advantage of. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, just a minute, because I clicked on something and I can't see my screen anymore. I can't see my
Okay.
slides anymore. Just a
Okay.
minute. Okay, can you still see my screen?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay, great. So, this other part says, it says gain practical skills. So after learning the basics, what's next? Try to apply these basics and learn the practical skills. I'll give you an example of myself. So part of my goal for studying for taking this master's in cybersecurity is to be able to build certain solutions within the financial sector. And that's why I decided to take the program with the London Institute of Banking and Finance, because I want to use the opportunity to break into finance. And what's the best way to show that my skills can be valuable within the financial industry? I started building personal projects where I write um, certain compliance documents, and I post it on my LinkedIn. I write certain compliance scripts using Python because I've got a programming background. Write certain scripts for automation in Python, post it on social media. So these are different ways that I can prove to myself that, oh, I'm beginning to gain certain practical skills that can be applicable in real life, practical skills that can show a potential employer that this guy knows what he's doing. So after learning the basics, then start to gain practical skills. And you can only be good at this when you keep practicing. I'll talk more about that. I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next couple of minutes. I'm trying to be mindful of time. And then the next step for you would be to create a personal brand. And this personal brand would be on social media. And also you can build that personal brand offline. But my focus here is on social media, over the internet. Create a personal brand. Let people know that you're a new kid on the block who is who's dedicating his time, his efforts, his money into learning about cybersecurity, and share with us what you've been learning. Share with us how your journey has been progressing. Build that personal brand that when anybody looks at your profile, they can easily tell that, oh, this guy or this lady is a cybersecurity professional. And then get certified. So within the cybersecurity space, there is some sort of soft spot for certifications. Almost every job advert you see on cybersecurity, almost all, not all, but almost all of them would ask you for certain certifications. So if after you've learned the basics, after you've gained practical skills, after you've created a personal brand for yourself, then you can start looking into getting certified and then build experience. So, a little disclaimer, all of these 6 points or these 6 steps, they are not in any particular order. So, you can work it, we can work around it, see what suits you the most. For all of these key elements, you cannot miss any one of them out. So, build experience. How can you build experience? You build experience by doing. To be honest with you, most companies, most businesses, they wouldn't employ you if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have any form of experience. They would they would probably go with someone who has 6 months experience or 1 year experience than you who's only got book knowledge and you haven't built anything and you haven't done anything. And that's why it's important to gain practical skills. Gaining practical skills is a way of you building experience. Start working on personal projects. Start ask people, can I do this for you? Don't worry, I won't charge you for it. Just let me do it. Yeah, it might sound like you're doing free work, but you're not going to do it for long. And that's what's going to help you build experience. Just make sure that you understand what you're doing. Make sure you know what you're doing so that nobody's going to take advantage of your skills. And then start networking with people. Network with people. Tell them what your skill set is. Tell them, and as much as you're telling them, show them what your skills like. It's like somebody comes to you and says, "Oh, please sign me to your record label. I can sing. I can sing. Trust me, I've got very nice voice. I've got very interesting voice. I can sing. I can laugh." The next thing that's gonna come to your mind is, yeah, you can sing. Okay, I hear you, but have you sung anything before? Do you have a studio what's it called? Do you have the single? Do you have you can you drop some bars for me? Maybe you say you're a rapper. They ask you, can you drop some bars for me? So this is the point where you don't just tell, you show them, especially when you're networking with people, show them what you can do, show them the things you've built, the things you've created, how your work has helped certain people, certain businesses. And then hopefully at this point, you will have the confidence to start applying for jobs. And that's another ball game, a different ball game on its own. And I'm sure Shegun can help out in that regard. But learn the basics, gain practical skills, create a personal brand, let people know you with cybersecurity, get certified, build your experience, network with people, network with recruiters, network with professionals, and then start applying for jobs. And just a little point here. I'm not one of those people who believe in just applying to jobs for applying's sake. It's a waste of time, waste of resources, because when you're trying to find a new job, it's a job on its own. So I'm a huge advocate of being strategic when you're applying for jobs. There are different ways you can apply for jobs, and there are also ways that you can make recruiters come after you. If we have time to discuss it, I will explain to you certain things that I personally do that makes recruiters send me direct messages on LinkedIn. And it's important that you stand out, eliminate your competition, and that's the way it came to my mind, and that's how I've written it here. What's going to separate you from the 20 other candidates that applied for the same job? What's going to separate you from them? And the first point is for you to build. If you can't build, create. If you can't create, develop. Build something, create something, or develop something. That's one of the ways to stand out. And share your work. And here I've described the way I need you to take it seriously. Walk it on your head like a gege bread. Let people know you for your work. Don't just don't be shy about your work. Don't be timid about your work. Yeah, I know that you're just starting out. I know that there are a lot of people that have gone ahead of you, but it doesn't matter. This is this is your time. This is the time where you've learned cybersecurity. This is the time where you're looking for a remote job in cybersecurity. So after you've shown workings, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with that phrase, show workings. After you've shown workings, let people see those workings. And nobody's going to do it for you. It's your responsibility to keep shouting it out there. Oh, this is what I do. This is what I built. This is what I'm working on. It's your responsibility to do that. And lastly, engage with the community, either on social media and all kinds of social media for that matter. LinkedIn, Twitter. I don't know if anybody uses Facebook for anything serious, but Facebook, Discord, Stack Overflow, um, uh, GitHub, and all of these different platforms where you can engage with other people that are interested in cybersecurity. But it would most likely not be a smooth sailing 100%. So I've been able to identify four major bumps that you might encounter on your way. And the first thing, well, in no particular order, the first thing I have here is lack of experience. This might be a huge problem, but the only way to gain experience is by doing. So even if you don't have experience, start doing stuff. When you start doing stuff, then you're gaining experience, as a result of it. Also, you might be worried, or at some point you might feel like, oh, I do not have any certifications. How can I ever get a job without certification? Well, then get certified. And the first, the most basic, even though it's not simple, certification, the most basic certification you can get to show that you're serious about cybersecurity would be the CompTIA A Security Plus certification. For me as well, that was my first cybersecurity certification. And it's not very simple, but it's quite straightforward. You can start from there. You can start by gaining a certification from Cisco. You can start by gaining a certification from IBM. Okay? Mm, some easy. I'm avoiding. I'll try to avoid the word easy. Let's just go with straightforward. You've got some entry level, straightforward certifications that you can start. And also, you might at one point or the other start feeling like an imposter. Well, what I will tell you is it's normal to feel like an imposter. However, the best way that I think you can overcome this hurdle is for you to keep doing. The more you do, the more you get better, the more evidence you have. And by the time you have as many evidences as possible, then you can build your confidence and begin to feel like you belong here. But if you just keep reading, you're not building, you're not doing, then it will be easy for you to get sucked into the imposter syndrome phase. And last but not the least one is your geography, your location. I know that a lot of us are in Nigeria, and with the way Nigeria, how special it is, it might be a little bit difficult to 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 attract certain jobs or to attract certain opportunities. Well, one of the ways to deal with this is again show workings. If you're so good, if your skills are so in demand, at the end of the day, people would. recruiters, companies, they would overlook your location, they would overlook your geography, or best case scenario, they would offer to sponsor you into that country. So these are real challenges. I'm not downplaying them in any way. These are real challenges, but there's always a way around it, and there's always a solution somewhere for those who are stubborn enough to look for those solutions. And where do you find these jobs? You can start by checking job boards. There's a couple of them here. LinkedIn jobs, just like I showed you in my third slide, I believe. We work remotely, cybersec jobs, turing.com, deal.com. And if you don't want to go that route, you can start by freelancing. I started my tech career as Fiverr, as a matter of fact. I used to build websites for people on Fiverr then for $15, for $40 back in 2017. So you can start from there if that's what you want. You can check Upwork, Fiverr, Indeed, um, People per Hour, all of these different platforms. Or the company career pages. It means you can, if you have a particular company in mind, you can actually go to their website and check their careers page and see what offers they have there. Now, I've highlighted forage.com. The reason why I've highlighted Forage is because they have this interesting thing that they do, and they call it job simulation. So, what they do is they create a scenario and they ask you to solve or to prefer certain solutions within the context of that scenario. And what this does is because the companies on Forage are real companies, for example, MasterCard, PwC is on Forage, IBM is on Forage, um, 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 KPMG is on Forage. Um, there are different companies there where you can gain an insider insight into how they work. And if you're able to complete those job simulations, you can add it as part of your portfolio that, or you've done certain thing with this huge or big Fortune 500 company or with one of the big fours or things like that. So I would really implore us to check out forage.com and see what they've got there, see what you might fancy. And last but not the least is consulting firms and startups. If you know any startup, if you have any friend who is a founder, who is a tech founder, you can talk to them. Tell them this is what you've been doing for the past 3 months. This is what you've been doing for the past 6 months. This is what you've built. Tell them you can help them with their security problems and show your workings and see if they give you that opportunity. Or you can go on consulting firms' website, Deloitte, PwC, EY, KPMG, Bloomberg, Accenture. You can go to all of these different companies' websites and see what opportunities and offers they have for entry level jobs, and see. Just try to apply, attach your portfolio or attach links to your GitHub or whatever. Just do something and
That's
then
good.
hope for
Yeah,
the
Victor.
best.
Sorry to cut you, but time is really fast spent. We spent about 40 minutes. So I just wanted to, if there
So
are
I'm
other
just going to round
slides.
up now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to round up now. I didn't expect it to be this much. Um, anyways, now the next slide talks about if you search for remote cybersecurity jobs, you see here different kinds of opportunities. And you see here people you can reach out to depending on how active you are on LinkedIn, depending on how many people you have in your corner. You can actually reach out to people here, show them your portfolio, tell them what you can do for them, and see what comes from it. And you might be wondering why you have some of these options as senior cybersecurity consultant. Then you can go to experience level and filter it more. And that's what I've done in the next slide. I filtered it to entry level. Okay. So you see all of these different entry level jobs. Just pick one of them, see the requirements, and work towards those requirements. If you give yourself 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, you will get there. So here's the most important question that I'll be rounding off with. Why should anybody employ you? Why should anybody pay you dollars? Why should anybody give you the opportunity to work remote? Why should anybody do anything? Now, the simple answer to this is because you have paid your dues. And the way to pay your dues is to follow those steps, those 6 steps that I've shown you. And I can almost assure you that if you follow those 6 steps, in no time, you'll start getting certain opportunities come your way. When you apply for certain roles, even if you don't get the first one, you apply again, they call you for an interview. Even if you don't get the second one, you apply again, call you for an interview. If you keep trying that way, I believe that sooner than later, you will get your first cybersecurity remote job, regardless of wherever you are or in the on the continent of Africa or wherever you are in Nigeria. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you have value to offer, people will start looking for you. Thank you very much, and God bless. Over to you,
Wow.
Segun.
Wow, thank you so much. Wow, you really said a lot, and I like the way you took us through the journey of letting us understand what cybersecurity was all about, how to get the career started, letting us know the importance of certifications and all that. You can stop sharing your screen.
Great.
So yeah, but another thing I wanted to add is that yes, the focus today is on cybersecurity, but a lot of the things you said, still applies to other industries in tech. Do you get? And I also like the
Absolutely. Yeah.
point that you made that, irrespective of your location, you can still land a job. Because sometimes, yes, it will be better if maybe you were abroad. Do you understand? But irrespective of where you are, you can still actually land a job. But the only thing is that you might need to do more. That is, building up a portfolio, putting yourself out there more, sharing, networking on LinkedIn and all that. Because it's not impossible because, you know, recruiters are always looking for talent. That's what you need to understand. And you
Yes.
need to stand out. And like you said, if you stand out, they could even sponsor you. Okay. So I know that the journey into maybe a tech profession is not a day's journey. Okay. But the purpose of this webinar is just to inspire our thinking, to think outside the box and let us know the opportunities that are actually out there so that you can know that, okay, this is a possibility for me. So for
Yeah.
anyone interested in this field, I'll just say that, just take this as a first step in, starting on your research into cybersecurity or other tech related courses that, I want to go into. As part of the series, I'm also going to be bringing in other people that are, data analysis experts, product management experts, that would also guide us through on how you can start careers in these areas. But the focus for today was just for cybersecurity so that we'll know what to do. And also, if you have any topic or any area of interest that you feel that you want us to talk on, please just let me know. For those that have my number, I'll try and get someone that would, speak to us about that. Okay. So yeah,
Just a minute, Segun.
okay, yeah, go
So
ahead.
I intentionally did not add the Q&A slide because in the last 2 sessions, people have refused to ask questions. So I just so I
Okay.
just took that feedback, like, okay, maybe people don't like to ask questions. And that's why I didn't include it. However, if anybody has any question or require any clarification, I'm more than happy to provide answer.
Yes, no problem. Thank you for that. If anybody maybe needs his contact, I can tell you how you can contact him on LinkedIn in case maybe you want to ask further questions about cybersecurity or any of those details. Okay. So